What's good, YouTube? It's Trenton Gibson, and I want to jump into this Kentucky debacle that happened over the last week. They played in Nashville, Tennessee, basically in their backyard, and welcomed in Gonzaga and got absolutely dismantled. I turned on the tape, and there's not much positive for me to say about this Kentucky team right now. I really want to show you what they can do better and why they got dismantled, to be honest. So let's jump into the tape, and welcome to the program. All right, Kentucky Wildcats. Now, I like Mark Pope. They got, I think, the preseason player of the year candidate, at least in Owe. I would think I'm pronouncing his name correctly. But like I said, we're in Nashville, Tennessee, and we're playing Gonzaga. Now, I want to just break down what went wrong. They got absolutely killed in this game. And I don't know if this is a systematic problem. They're already 5-3. But I think something that's going on with Kentucky and Mark Pope, like I said, I like Mark Pope. But it's similar to what happened in Alabama football, right? They bring in somebody who has a style of play. BYU, I know he brought in his guys last year, so he already had the continuity. But there's a difference. The way you can play in BYU and being able to shoot in the SEC, it demands a level of athleticism. Number one. And sometimes what comes with athletes or a high level of athleticism, the shooting, IQ quality, all those things that he was able to do at BYU might not be able to be done here. You need a certain level of athleticism and physicality. So finding that mesh, I think, could be a struggle and maybe something that he needs to get done. Right, so our first play is not a problem, but we have a slip right here. Okay, so we're bringing somebody open. Not good. We're here. We adapt. Maybe he's not even. He could be a non-shooter, but drives in. And what's about to happen right here? This catch down here is the first thing of two things that killed Kentucky this game. Catch right here at 0 feet, just turns around very comfortably. Nice little hook. One thing that's killing me, the other side of the ball that's killing me for Kentucky, is in their first 8 possessions, they did not touch paint. Okay, they had 2 free throw attempts in trans, but I'm not counting that. I'm talking they didn't touch any paint in their half-court possessions. And this is something to me that's like unacceptable, right? At this point, I understand the first possession, we want to run offense, we want to do things, but nothing is crisp, right? We don't, if this is supposed to be a back screen, we don't set, we're not hitting it, nobody gets hit. We haven't hit a soul, right? So we stood here, he goes around, haven't hit a soul. We're just walking through our offense. Little handoff, nothing, no action. Nothing's being created, okay? Good catch. I mean, catching the scoring area, screen. Nothing happens, so he slips out of it, right? What does Gonzaga have to guard? They're just walking. I mean, they can just walk through. This is 5-on-0. This is scouting defense. Nothing, no pressure on the rim. Comes down. Maybe he could shoot it, but, maybe we don't want to show off the dribble your first shot of the game. So we get down, dribble, nothing. We'll bring it out, still holding the ball. Nothing's happening. Once again, we're still nowhere, still didn't touch paint. Kick it to our 5-man at the free throw line. Okay. So now we want more. We're shooting a logo 3 with 4 seconds left, and we haven't gotten anything. This is all we could get in 26 seconds. No paint touch. I hate it. I don't not like it. I hate it. Another possession right here. Look, okay. Smokes this. Fine. But he's still at 0 feet. How does he get at 0 feet? Okay, so now we're in trans. We're pushing it. Let's go. Let's go. We're in trans. They're fine. They're running the court well. I'm not upset about it. Get into our lanes. Like I said earlier, I get that you want to run offense and get the flow and get continuity and all those things. Fine. Okay, we come, set a screen. Good hit. I like the hit. Thank you for the hit. Good. So we make a defense adjustment, but still, we get a hit, and I know he's hedging, but we're playing laterally. Okay, lateral pass. Nothing's happening. Probably pass to the corner. Okay, lateral pass. Chasing, walking into a screen, nothing, lateral pass, right? I mean, what are we running? Okay, maybe pin down, but always not really a shooter like that. He can shoot, but it's not his main priority. We run a pick and roll. We're playing laterally, and we get a turnover. To be honest, what are we doing? It doesn't even look like anybody's aggressive, wanting to play anything. Okay, another possession. Like I said, in the first 8 possessions, we're not getting anything out of it. Okay, like I said, and we're already playing bad. The 2.5 minutes in, we haven't done anything. So, okay, we're playing weak with the ball, get tipped out. Now we're back. We're playing at 40 feet. And these things just kill offense. Fine, we get an okay shot. We get a good shot. But we haven't touched any paint. We have no momentum. And if you watch basketball, if you play basketball, these shots go in when we're playing good, the ball's moving, everybody's feeling good about themselves. But you can't be mad at that shot. It's a fine shot. I just wish we would actually get downhill and move and play and act like we want to play. Whereas we look at the other team, These guys are sealing in at 0 feet, catch. Like, that's the difference, right? One team is playing inside the paint. One team is making things happen, and the other team is not. Another example. Just look at the crispness of these cuts. Little things. He's battling now. He's giving big man all he can handle. He's battling. Look how fast he cuts through on this side. Cut. Get out of there. Comes up. So now the offense is quick. They go under. So what do we do when teams go under? Automatic rescreen. Rescreen. And yes, he does not touch paint when he comes down here, but he still is bringing it downhill, right? He's still making 2-guard-1. We're creating advantages. 2 guards 1. We cover up. Catch it. We cover up. Catch it. He's not really that late, but he still jumps on the shot fake. So what does that do? Creates an advantage. Kentucky was creating no advantages. If you create no advantages, you can't get downhill and touch paint. So we get downhill. No, they don't touch paint this possession. Gets downhill, makes 2-guard-1. Kick. Green. Now you see that possession in the possession before. Balls moving, bodies moving. The same guy that hit this shot is the same guy that cut with veracity, right? He's cutting, his body feeling good. Right? He's cutting, he's active, he's into the play. And these are the things, in my opinion, that win games. These are little things that translate. So now we see ourselves down 15-2. Why? Because we're not playing hard. We're not making it happen. Okay, so what can we do when we're taking belt? What can we do when we're getting hit over the head? Now, what do I say? Okay, screen. 2 has to guard 1. Short roll. Pass. Perfect. Perfect. Shaqtin' a fool. Just dropped the ball, right? I mean, these are things, like, unfortunate. I don't know whose fault this is. I would hope it doesn't really, it's not at, in my opinion, it's not at the knees. It's hitting his hand right here, so we got to catch it. Just unfortunate. And in times like 15-2, we need something. But the game's not over yet. There's so much time left. There's over 30 minutes left on the clock, so we're fine. But I just want to show you the differences, okay? Same thing. I cut the play off a little bit. But we come, getting downhill. We're making 2-guard-1. Big man who's been killing. Look, now we have to absorb this role. So what do? We skip it. We play a horrendous closeout, right? This is a horrendous closeout. I would like your closeout to be a little better. We just jump out. We jump out past the 3-point line, and we get driven all the way to the front of the cup. It's going to be hard to win games like that, okay? 5 turnovers to 0, not good. But a predictable possession. Predictable shots always feel good, and they have a better chance of going in. So let's see. We're in transition. Let's see what transition looks like. Look, he's pointing. Pass it here so he can one more to me, okay? So that means it's going to be a predictable shot. He feels good. Or at least he knows the shot is coming so he can mentally prepare. Good job. Come down. We make a dribble move. Good. Okay. Get downhill. Kick one. Yes, it's a contested shot, but it's very predictable. If you see, like, just if you're watching basketball and you see him get here, you know the next pass. This guy helps, next pass here. If he comes here, it's just patterns, right? So he comes down. Like, let's say he stays in a little longer, kicks, and he helps. It's one more. But he doesn't help. So now we have the shot. Green light. Good. Now, I think from this possession on, this is the game breaker for me. If I'm a coach, and this is why I don't ever want to coach, because things like this would kill me, okay? So we've been struggling. We're down 15 points. It's 8-on-1, but it's not over. 15 points is a lot. 15 points has been come back on time and time again. So, okay, we got a possession, still playing laterally. He could shoot this, but like I said, not really a shooter. Playing our continuity. Go screen. Okay, good. What do we do? Since he slips out of this, good slip. So since he slips out, 15 feels like he needs the help. We get a wide open catch and shoot. Right? We just hit the 3 in the corner in trans. Good pass. Now we hit another 3. Okay, so now we're only down 12 points. Like, hey, we had a tough start, but let's continue to hoop. Now let's look. These are things that kill me. And these are things that lose you basketball games. We are down 12. We have a chance to feel good about ourselves. Okay? 1-on-1. Yes, we're helping. Fine. We're good. We're good. We go double team and we foul. Yes, maybe fouling is not that bad of an idea, but we're already in the bonus. So he was at no threat to score. 8 minutes left. We're already in the bonus. Horrendous. Okay. So we were down 12. Now we're down 13. Not that big of a deal. Okay. I mean, yes, we could have got a stop, could have got out in trans. I'm upset about that, but no. Okay. So now we have a good action right here that I like. Why do I like this action? Because it flows extremely well. And like I said, I like Mark Pope. I think Mark Pope is amazing coach, good coach, good schematics, good threes. So we sets the baseline stack right here. This guy's coming to set this. If there's nothing early, then we're gonna kick it, and this guy's coming quickly. I like it. Very, very good offense. Comes and sets it. Slip right. And a lot of times you even have to play this ball screen, to be honest. If you see this man sitting in your lap, you hit here, and like I said, he sets the stagger, and he already knows I'm coming up. So comes up. Big man is late because he was helping on the stagger. Big man is late. So what I would like to see guard do, because he's having space, his man's going to space. So you have all this to play. And essentially you're playing 1, 2, 3 against 1, 2. I like this, right? I want him to come off this. Now your first thing should be to reject. I understand it. But when he rejects, because he was going to get hit by the screen. Like, this guy's going to get hit by the screen. So if he goes over the screen, he's going to get hit. But since he rejects, now he's on your hip. He's in gap. It helps him, right? And then he's here with you. So now you're shooting a floater over a big, where instead, if you come down here and play, then you can put him in a hostage. Now you're playing with him rolling. Maybe you have an easier floater. Maybe he steps up and you hit him. He's not the best shooter, but he can drive, dump off. You have a lot more options if you actually just play the pick, because you're rejecting it into where the defense is already at. But okay, like I said, these are things that make it tough. Like, we had a chance right here to come back. We missed the floater, and now we're playing ball screen here. Yes, they get a good deflection, but we get it back. And he's been killing all game. I think his last name is Ike, whichever one you want to call it. Good player. Hits a tough floater. So now it's 15. Right, so we went from 12 with the opportunity to go back and trans. If we get a stop, now it's 15. Coming up, ball screen. Cool. Now, once again, I think two things. I think Kentucky's playing really soft because there's so much space. And yeah, you're going to have so much space. But if we're going to get hit, then you don't need to have this much space. So we get hit, which makes, here we go, 2 guard. I mean, he's getting physically annihilated down here, so he's fully, taken up. What do we do? Kick, no help, easy flow. All right, so now we're down 17. We had a chance. We're down 17. Get an offensive rebound, turn it over. Golly, okay, fine. But look, we're demoralized off the turnover. Hey, all right, so we're getting out sprinting, okay? Get back, drive. 24 is in no man's land, not contesting the shot. Here we go. Timeout. You feel what I'm saying? We went from down 12 with a chance. We just hit 2 threes. Like, a little ounce of breath was for Kentucky, and they, in my opinion, squandered it away with lack of effort, lack of execution, and really lack of IQ plays of how to play. Got a 3, miss it, trans, and this is the last play I'm going to show you, but I just really want to get into this. Like I said, our preseason player of the year, supposed to be our best player on the team. Not saying our heart and soul of the team, not saying the captain of the team, but I hate to see these things. And I'm not going to say he's not playing hard. Like, I'm not going to say that. But loafing in trans, and since he's loafing, his head doesn't get around. And you ain't never going to win no games like this. It's literally impossible. So there's not much to take away from Kentucky and say, hey, they can, if we fix this, it's going to be better. I think they got out, physically out-toughed, out-executed. They didn't execute on the offensive end. And when they had opportunities to make things happen, they did make these things happen. But the good thing is, it is Kentucky, and if they have a good SEC play, which is always possible, they'll still be a tournament team. And it won't be a disaster. It'll be fine. It'll be a mediocre year, but it won't be a disaster year. So I think they need to execute better, to be tough. I know they were missing one of their bigs, I believe, in this game, but it's not an excuse, man. I hate to see it. I'm an SEC guy, but I appreciate it. Comment what you think they can do better, or are they just cooked? Is Kentucky done? Is Mark Pope done? And like and subscribe, man. Tap in with me.